Blessed day, everyone, and welcome to It's When Lightning Strikes. If this is your first time joining this circle, welcome. My name is Grace, and I will be your host. Today, we're going to be going over part 2 of the 6th teaching of the grandfathers, which is truth as taught by our relative turtle. If you haven't watched video 1 already, I would recommend that you go back and do so, so that you understand what turtle is teaching us and how. So part 1, we went over what it means to stand in the truth of your own life, to literally stand in it, to walk in it, to live in it at all times. So this is a really important part of Turtle's medicine that you'll want to go back and make sure that you review. Today we're going to be going over some more truth, and one of those is going to be our own personal truth, which we all need to have. And so our personal truth absolutely must belong solely to us. And our truth is really a culmination of, everything we've been taught, everything we've learned, what we believe, etc., etc. And this is our personal truth. The issue with this is that because we are taught by any number of people, teachers, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, friends, it's an endless list of people that we may have been taught by and learned from, is our personal truth may just be a culmination of what all of these other people have taught us to believe to be true. And so this is why it's important that we ferret out our own personal truth. And this requires us to go within, as taught by Bear, and literally question every single thing that we have been taught, that we believe to be true, and we need to be asking ourselves a couple of questions. The first being, where did this truth come from? It could have come from yourself, it could have come from your parents, it could have come from any number of people, places, or things. And so that's important to know. Where did this truth come from? And number 2 is, let's just say, it came from your parents. Okay, fine. But the question you need to be asking yourself is, do I believe this to be true? Okay? Just because you were taught this by your parents and that's their belief does not necessarily mean that you believe it to be true. And so you need to go through literally everything you can think of, and question it in these ways. And if you find that this is not true for yourself, you throw it away and you keep what is true for you. And it's really only at that point that you have a truth, a personal truth that belongs solely to you. So this is important work to do. The next thing we need to be doing in terms of the truth is, looking outside of ourselves, is questioning everything going on, not only in this country that we live, but also the world. And, we can't just blindly be sitting here like little birds with our mouths open, waiting to be fed what somebody else wants to feed us in terms of the truth. This is just absolutely unwise. And so we really need to be questioning, and there are never, and I do mean never, too many questions. We need to be questioning absolutely everything that we're seeing, that people are saying, that we're reading, that we're watching on TV. We need to question all of this. And, this requires, work and effort on our part. But it's definitely a wiser approach than blindly believing whatever you hear or whatever you see. The truth really is rarely what it appears to be. And so, you know, we're not going to know what the truth really is unless we become, you know, truth seekers, basically. So what we need is a world full of truth seekers. So the truth of, you know, takes many forms. We've gone over 3 here, 3 very important ones. And embracing the truth of your life and figuring out what your personal truth is are so critically important. I can't even emphasize it enough, because it's only then that, with some courage or bravery, that you are going to be able to stand in truth, walk in truth, and speak your truth with conviction. And this is what we need. We need a world full of these people who have conviction and are able to operate from a platform of truth, no matter what the circumstances are. So this is a lot to think about, as usual. And I do hope that you dig into Turtle's medicine. There's really so much more that he has to share with us beyond what we've talked about in these 2 videos. Until we come together again, I thank you for joining me on the channel where lightning is bound to strike. Please be well.